The holidays can be a wonderful time. There's almost a buzz in the air, and the cold of winter can be super refreshing. Because of the feeling that everybody is in, almost everything seems to be a little brighter, a little shinier, and a little tastier. You can get time off work or school, you can get presents, eat tons of food, have snowball fights, go to work or social parties, and spend time with your family. But if your family is anything like mine, you may need to step away from the holiday and all that cheer and just play some video games in solitude. Not that you don't want to spend time with them, but there's only so much eggnog and rum you can have to keep you sane during your uncles arguing about which generation was the best, or your mother debating politics with anyone who will listen. We've all been there. So, put down those candy canes, find your console or your laptop, get into an empty room, and listen up. These are 10 indie games you should play this holiday season. The following list is just my opinion and should not be taken seriously. This list is not in any particular order, and there are a lot of indie games that deserve to be on this list, but I can only fit so many. Please enjoy. A big part of the holidays, at least for my family, is helping out with the cooking. Everyone chips in and does their part. Sometimes you're helping make the pumpkin pie, other times you're stuck cutting onions. There is no consistency to the rules of the kitchen, and it's usually organized chaos. This is where Cook Serve Delicious 2 comes in. An easy way to ensure you're having a good time in the kitchen is to play some Cook Serve Delicious 2. Why get your hands dirty in real life when you can run your own kitchen here? Cook some hot dogs at Max Wieners, eat some pie at Pie-Rite, or just be cool at Chili Bowl. It's up to you. Cook Serve Delicious 2 has improved almost everything from the original fast-paced restaurant sim, from the graphics to the sounds to the gameplay, and it's definitely worth a pickup. You can pick it up for about $12 and it's worth every penny. You don't even need to leave a tip. One precaution though, avoid this with a mechanical keyboard and practice yelling into a pillow, because if you don't, you will be found by whoever it was you're hiding from. You know those gifts you get once every few years, and you can tell that the person that gave it to you really poured their heart and soul into that gift? That's what Slime Song is. It's a labor of love, and it just oozes, pun intended, charisma and style. The art style even kind of looks like wrapping paper. The game itself is a Twitch platformer. Think Super Meat Boy meets N++, and each level has a unique feeling. Plus, the game introduces new mechanics periodically throughout the game to keep things fresh. Unlike that cranberry sauce that comes from a can. Pair that with one of the most awesome chiptune soundtracks I've ever heard, and you have a real winner. With one DLC already out and another on its way, be sure to pick this one up and slime your way through the holidays. You won't be disappointed. The holiday season brings out the best in everyone, except for one situation: traveling or driving anywhere. People are in a rush and they think they are literally the most important person on the entire planet. Manners go out the passenger window, and speed limits are more of a suggestion. Rather than risk your own life to fulfill your need for speed or to emulate Jean-Claude Van Damme, why not do it in a safe, controlled, frustrating manner? That's where Cluster Truck comes in. Cluster Truck is a game where you jump from truck to truck, which are in a cluster, and you try to make the finish line. Sounds simple, but add in suicidal drivers, crazy lasers, and hell itself, and you get a gaming experience like no other. Part puzzle, part platformer, you will fall in love with Cluster Truck, or at least fall off the trucks you're riding. Landfall Games just uploaded their holiday level pack, and it's a great fit for the holiday season to play through. And if you do need to brave the real world traffic, you will be prepared for the worst. Okay, first up, I'm going to be ignoring the obvious relations to Christmas and the ancient Romans, so don't even think about it. Santa's watching, and we're not going to bring it up. That being said, sometimes you just need to let a little frustration out. We've all been there and argued with one another about who would win in a fight. Well, Domina is here to answer that question for you. It's a gladiator simulator where you can even name your fighters. If you're so inclined, you can name the weakling of the bunch someone that just pissed you off, and you can watch him get decapitated by a stronger, better fighter. Domina satisfies the urge for violence in a very brutal, beautiful, and entertaining way. The way that people love Die Hard as their favorite holiday movie, so should people love Domina for their favorite holiday game. With the slogan of live, bleed, die, how can you go wrong? Okay, at some point you will have to actually interact with your family during the holiday season. You may not like it, but you have to get through it. If you can convince a couple people to play a game with you, look no further than Ultimate Chicken Horse. With probably the oddest name on the list, you may get some crooked eyebrows when you bring it up, but show them the cute style to the game, and you will have them hooked almost immediately. Best played with 4 people, it's a game where you get to make the level together and battle to finish with the most points. It's a great multiplayer game, and the barrier of entry for a non-gamer is low enough that everyone will want to play. And when no one is looking, you can grab that coin and finish with the most points. Ultimate Chicken Horse is a super fun game that can be played with almost anyone, and because the levels change every time, you will get lots of gameplay time with it. Be sure to pick it up to make hanging out with your family just a little bit easier. I seriously don't know what else I could tell you about Cuphead at this point. Everything has been said about it, and it's just a great game to play. Go pick this up if you haven't already, and enjoy the experience. Every holiday season has a situation you have to defuse. Whether it's crazy political conversation, the dog eating little Susie's Christmas gifts, or the cat pooping in people's shoes, it's always something. And it can feel like you don't have all the right information to get through it. Those situations explain Keep Talking and Nobody Explodes to a T, a game at its core about communication. The second multiplayer game on this list, one person is in charge of defusing a bomb with the information provided by the bomb disposal crew, aka the people you play the game with. It's a great asymmetrical experience to play, and having your family take part is even better. Seeing your grandma try to explain what that Blinky game that came out when Trudeau was Prime Minister, not the young one, the good one, while people just stare into the bomb defusal manual trying to figure out what she's saying. When somebody randomly yells, "Oh, do you mean Simon?" It's wonderful. This is the only game on this list that you won't actually play yourself. Just load it up and watch the chaos happen. Late into the night, you may find yourself sitting alone, reflecting on the years past. Decisions made may come back to haunt you, or investments may have had new yields that were unexpected. It's the uncertainty that makes life great. It can feel completely random at times, and at the same time, feel repetitive. Songbringer is like life. It procedurally generates a new world for every playthrough. Sometimes it feels like you've been there before, but something is just different. Songbringer is an adventure RPG with fairly obvious inspirations from the original Zelda and Another World. You're put into a foreign planet with minimal explanation, and it's up to you to figure out what's going on. The dungeons are great, and the music will keep you bumping late into the morning. Check out Songbringer on Steam, Xbox, and PlayStation. While you are sitting alone, hidden away in a broom closet playing video games this holiday season, be sure to open the door once in a while, not only to let in some fresh air, but to make sure the world hasn't ended. This is what Ash forgot to do in The End is Nigh. Don't be like Ash. Open that closet door. If you choose not to, and you just want to sit back and play some incredibly difficult platforming, check out The End is Nigh. With Edmund McMillan designing and Rich Evans voicing the main character, it's almost like you can just forget the holidays are a thing and immerse yourself in this game. The game itself takes about 8 hours to get through without completing everything, so it's a perfect length to play during the holiday season. There are 600 or so levels to keep you busy, and if you really want, you can collect cartridges throughout the game, which unlock different minigames, so there is always something to crawl back to when you try to get some alone time. Well, that's the list. I hope you have a great holiday season this year. Hang out with your family, have a drink with your friends, but be sure to take some time and play some video games. Every game on this list will do you well, and they won't break the bank either. They are all a joy to play. All 10 of them. Wait, why was there only 9 on the list? Oh right, I forgot about one. Oh, hollow night, the hollowness is shining. It is the night of our grandfather's birth. Isabella's bored because her husband's mining till he appeared with the map of the world. The thrill of hope, or finding the new benches for wonder makes a hero with 2 horns. Oral likes to tease a new nail upgrade. Oh, night, hollow. Oh, night, when charms were found. Oh,